How's it going, guys? Matt from MTG Ownage here. Just wanted to make a video for the week. I actually don't have a whole lot of stuff to go on, so I just want to kind of talk about something. And it's a bit speculative, and it's about the price of cards and how they change. So I'm sure not everybody's going to agree, or some people might just be mad because I don't know. Who knows? People are weird out there. But I just want to point out something that I think is really interesting, and I know a lot of other people talk about it, but I don't think I've ever, I don't think I've heard anyone talk about what I'm about to talk about specifically, and that is with Kaldheim. There's something really interesting with Kaldheim. Yeah, forget about Strixhaven. I'm not going to speculate that on that yet, but Kaldheim's been out for a few months now, and I've noticed something that you haven't really seen in any set since. It's not immediately evident either. We're going to look at tabletop. We're talking about the cardboard. I don't really care about the online prices right now, talking more about the cardboard since those are actually limited. The online ones, they're just fully unlimited. They're just digital. I don't think those prices make any sense at all. So I'm not gonna talk about them. But the physical cards that have a limited print run for the duration of their time, that's sort of a different thing. So that's what I find really interesting. And since I've gotten a little older and generally, got to figure out what I want to do. One of the things I do, other than investing in crypto normal stocks, is I actually invest in magic cards a little bit. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of other people do that too. It's volatile, it's risky. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just some guy on the internet. You don't have to listen to me, yada yada. But okay, here's what I want to point out about Kaldheim. So if you go on MTG Goldfish and you look at all cards, you can see every card in the set. And you can sort, well, as soon as this updates. Yeah, there it goes. And you can sort by price. And you can see that this set has the special foil Vorinclex with the Phyrexian text that's way up there in price compared to everything else, which, it's the highest price card we've seen out of a standard. I guess this is probably the draft box. Just a really high price card in a standard set. And even just the foil, this art one, yeah, the foil special art one's over 100. And just the pre-release one is at 100, which is crazy. Coma's up there. The pre-release one, way up there. These pre-releases are worth a ton. I know these values don't really mean anything because they're going to be way different in a month or two. But even at release, this set just has such giant bombs. And we're not even talking about the list cards. The cards on the list have some insane values too. They've got stuff like the Cavern of Souls, and I don't know, there's a bunch. And that list isn't even reflected on these price changes. But the big point I want to make here is there's no point in buying any other set right now if you're purely interested in the percentage value. I think Kaldheim is an amazing set to invest in. If you just want to see a percentage increase in your money, this is probably the place to put your money right now. And I know people are going to hate that I said that, but once again, I'm not a professional or whatever. You don't need to listen to me. I actually recommend that you don't listen to me and do your own research and make your own decisions. So I just wanted to say this and show this because I think it's interesting. And just the fact that you can get these bomb cards out of these boxes makes it really big. There's just some huge, it's mostly just this Vorinclex. He's way up there. And there's these Godtree. This set just has crazy value compared to the other sets that have come out recently. Goldspan Dragons in the set. What else is in the set that's just crazy? Valky, who is proven to be very strong and played all the way back to Legacy, maybe Vintage some. Toski's super good in Commander and Destructible. And most people don't realize that it's whenever any of your creatures do damage to a player, you draw a card. Not just Toski. It's just like an indestructible enchantment that sits out there and does its thing. So super good card. And we're seeing some play from Orvar. And I don't know if Tyvar's very good. He's okay, I guess. And Tergrid. Tergrid's an absolute bomb, especially in Commander with a bunch of players. It just shuts down the sacrifice decks, and if your deck's built around him, he's just so powerful compared to the other cards. So we're just seeing a lot of really strong cards in this set, and just a lot of really high value potential that you can pull out of these boxes. So, and now we're going to compare here in a moment to another set and just show that the other set doesn't even come close to what this set's looking like. And the rest of these aren't as big. There's a lot of foils here, you know, a lot of $10 foils and stuff. And let's see what else we got here. I always like looking at like the most expensive uncommon and the most expensive common, because, you know, that's going to take a while to sort out. But like after a while, people start to realize this is where a lot of the value comes from. Like if you crack an old box of Odyssey, for example, which has whatever that one, I can't think, the blue enchantment that everybody plays in their commander decks. It's like a $50 common, and you get a ton of those out of every box. So the commons and uncommons kind of decide the value of the box in a big way, because you're guaranteed to get more than one every box. But we're seeing Youthful Valkyrie at $5. Just an uncommon. That's crazy for a set that just came out. This is the latest one. Strixhaven is not even out yet. And we got a $5 common here, Youthful Valkyrie. Wow. Just, I didn't even realize that was going to be the biggest one as I was scrolling through here. And there's a lot of other cards that I don't think have seen their, I don't think I've seen their values rise properly, like Pyre of Heroes. I don't think this is properly settled. I think this card's going to be, at some point, someone's going to realize that, oh, this is busted. You know, and it's kind of limited because they got to be the same creature type, but still though, it's a really powerful card. It's like the old whatever, I can't think of the name of the card. I should probably prepare and have this stuff up in front of me. But what other one? Magna's really super cool. Now we're getting in the lower range, but the thing about these ranges, yeah, they're going to settle. Vargoth, I think, or Vargoth, super good card. Alrund, super good card. Just these values haven't sorted themselves out. This Maskwood Nexus is busted. This card is just absolutely busted. This $3 price, just imagine this card in like 5 years when every single person wants it for their certain commander decks. This is probably going to be like a $30 card one day. And everyone's going to be kicking themselves because they didn't buy them when they were $3. A lot of stuff like that is going to happen with this set in particular, I think. So just kind of pointing that out. Cosmina. Draw a bunch of cards. It's really good. And another thing a lot of people are going to want in Commander, they're not necessarily really good in Commander. A lot of people are just going to want them in certain Commander decks. Elvish Warmaster, another just crazy good 2-drop. Like one of the best Grizzly Bears ever for elf decks. Like this is, every elf deck ever needs this card. Like ever. Like just wrap your head around that. Like everybody you know that plays probably has an elf deck, right? All of them want Elvish Warmaster. That's really good for its long-term value. So many cards like that in this set. Just so many. They're just one after another. Here we go. Here's a... What am I seeing? Am I seeing this right? Starheim Aspirant. Angel spells cost 2 less. Is another giant uncommon at almost $3 uncommon? Wow. And that's not even foil or anything. That's just regular. Usher the Fallen. Oh, it's a promo pack. Binding the Old Gods. Another uncommon. That's a foil one. Another pretty darn good card, though. A little expensive for competitive and stuff, but you get a lot of stuff. You could search up a forest. You could destroy a non-land permanent. So that versatility. It's like a creeping mold on steroids. Except you can't hit land, so I guess creeping mold's a bad comparison. But you get the point. You can hit a lot of different things. It's very versatile. Searches you up any forest, not a basic forest, so you can go get your special lands and tap for whatever color you want. So another just really strong card in the set. I really just don't think people have realized this yet. And I've noticed it for a while, but I've just remained silent. But hey, now I gotta make a video because it's been a week and I don't get anything. So this is what you're getting. You're getting speculation. Lots of speculation. Let's see, what else? I want to see some big... Okay, well, of course it's got snow-covered lands in it, which are always super solid value. So just another thing you can pull within the set. Another reason it's going to hold value really well. We're just seeing a lot of these. Another uncommon that's over $1, the Rampage of the Valkyries. Wait a second. Am I seeing this right? The Foil Island is worth less than the non-foil island. I guess it's this picture, the little boat picture. Maybe people really like that boat picture or something. Tends to happen. Raven's Warning. Okay, card. Okay, I kind of want to not see the foils now. Let's just look at the regular cards. It's the main set here. Because I'm just seeing all these special versions kind of throwing off my perception. The God Tree. Super nice card. Yeah, Goldspan. Goldspan's just busted, man. This card's insane. They keep printing these 5 CMC dragons and 4 CMC dragons that are borderline busted. And I don't know why they're doing it exactly, but I don't mind too much. All right, so let's find the biggest common here. It looks like it's the island. People really like the island. Some more grazing around, swamps. All right, so yeah, the snow covers are sitting around $1. All right, I kind of don't want to consider those too much, but it is a thing. If you want your snow covered lands, this is a set to get them out of. And these tap lands too that have the type and their snow, or whatever you call them, slow lands, I guess. They can be fetched up. Not too bad, especially that there's snow as well. And directly better than all the old common lands that come into play tapped. Directly better. What else are we looking at here? I guess the most inexpensive. Okay, what's the most expensive common? That's what I want to see. Just plain common, not foil. And it is a snow-covered island with the ship on it, it looks like. But not considering the basic lands. Okay, Solid Cummings holds value. It's an uncommon, though. Wait, where was I seeing this $5 uncommon? I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that was just from that list. I don't know. There's something off about that. You know, a lot of garbage rares too. But the thing about these garbage rares, you don't know. Some of these rares will sit at 30 cents for like 5 years, and then suddenly they'll be 20 to 30 bucks a piece. And you just can't really predict it because sometimes they seem absolutely terrible until some new card comes out and suddenly that 30-cent rare goes infinite and is worth a ton and everybody wants it for their deck. So even these garbage rares, well, this goes for every set really. This isn't just this set. But it's just interesting. If you stack these garbage rares, you're bound to hold one, like a Chain of Smog or something. I guess that's an uncommon. You're bound to eventually hold one. That's like suddenly going to be crazy value. So you can't just sell them for 30 cents. Mass Vandal is a huge card that's going to see a ton of play. I think it already sees play all the way back to Legacy. And it's 24-cent card right now. That's probably not going to hold. So, all right. I guess it's easier to see the true value when you look at all the cards. Wish we could kind of take some of them out. I don't know if it allows you to do all that with this list, but there might be a better site for this. Let me know if that's the case. Rarity, okay. So, yeah, I don't see a way to, because I would like to take out all the pre-release and all, you know, I want to see just the stuff you can pull out of like the set boosters, but I don't think this really allows a way to do that. But let's look at, for example, Zendikar Rising, the set right before this, and let's just look at its all cards. And what we're going to see here is a vast difference. There's like no reason to buy Zendikar Rising when you compare it to Kaldheim. No reason. Kaldheim's directly better in every single way. The biggest card you can potentially pull is a Lithoform Engine extended foil at 25 bucks. Just compare that to all the biggest cards you could potentially pull out of Kaldheim. It's crazy. Well, Skyclave Evaporation I think has some good long-term value. This is like, especially this extended foil is probably going to be huge. So these prices aren't necessarily correct for the future. You just don't know. But just by a quick eyeball glance at which one's clearly worth more. If you got $100 to spend on a set booster, for example, which are you going to buy, Zendikar or Kaldheim? Zendikar makes absolutely no sense to purchase at this point. Kaldheim just blows it away by like 5-10x. So it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. But Zendikar has a lot of cool cards. I think they're going to shift around a lot. probably going to see Lithoform be big in the future, and Skyclave going to continue to rise. Agadeem's probably going to continue to rise. So it's not to say that there isn't really good cards in this set that have good long-term potential. It's just that Kaldheim has so many more, and they're all just so much more. Comparing a $200 and some biggest bomb you can get to a $25 biggest bomb you can get is a big difference. This Planeswalker stamp, what is this? I don't know what I'm not entirely sure what this Planeswalker stamp means. Is that something you can pull? I don't know. Or is that a special promo pre-release? Not really sure. I'm not familiar with that. But still, it's only $40. So, all right. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to point that out. I wanted to point out the Kaldheim craziness that nobody seems to notice. Everybody's flipping out about Time Spiral. Well, and soon it's going to be Strixhaven. I think that the Kaldheim just went really, really, really overlooked. And it's going to be something that I think people are going to look back on and be like, man, I missed out on that. So just wanted to point that out. And as somewhat of an investor myself, I am definitely putting more towards Kaldheim than a lot of the other sets. It seems to make a lot of sense. All right, that's it for the video. See you guys next time.